Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Phoenix Library. This is where we talk about the magic and wonder of books. In this video, we are doing another episode of my journey to reading 100 books in 2026. So I gave myself a little challenge. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Originally, my plan had been to try to just read a book every single day. It's like for 5 days. For 5 days, my goal had been just read a book every single day. But see, here's the thing. I already read books every day. I mean, sometimes I can only get through maybe 10 pages, but that still technically qualifies as reading a book, right? I wanted to give myself something a little bit more challenging. Reading every single day for me is not a challenge. That's just something that usually always happens. I have read every single day this year. So for me, I decided that I was going to attempt to read 200 pages 5 days in a row. I just randomly picked 200 pages. I don't know how many pages I read on average in a day. It's not like I stop and think about it. Like I'll just be reading and then suddenly, oh, look, the book's done. This is going to be interesting just in the sense that, can I do it? Did I pick too small of a number or too big of a number? So day one, I started this challenge on May 4th, which I thought was just like a really cool way to start it. What I did is I kind of decided that I was going to just randomly start this challenge in the middle of a day. I had already read 120 pages from a book previously, and then that suddenly it just dawned on me, I want to start the challenge, and it had already been so late in the day. And so I picked up a brand new book and I'm like, I'm going to read 200 pages of a book today. And again, I started it later in the day. It had to have been around, 5, 6 p.m. I don't even know, you guys. It was late. It wasn't until I got to the end of the day and I pretty much ran out of time. I knew I wasn't going to make the 200 pages. So that was when I decided that I was going to take what I had finished reading. Because I remember what page I had started on in the book that I had been reading earlier that day. So then I just took the amount of pages that I had read that day, and then I added on the pages I needed out of the new book, which equaled up to 80 pages that I knew I needed to read in the new book in order to equal up the 200 pages. I don't know what compelled me to decide to wait until past middle day of the day to decide, let's read 200 pages. I think my whole premise, my thought pattern at that time, new challenge, let's start with new book, right? New book, new challenge. Let's square everything up, make it tied up all in a nice, neat little bow. But come on, guys. I'm not a bow person. My cat would eat a bow, or my kids would bump into me and my bow would not look like a bow. It would look like, I don't know, but it would not be a bow. My life isn't a bow. It's never been a bow. So why was I trying to put it in a bow? I don't know. Why am I keep going on with this bow analogy? I don't know. Anyways, day one, I had to make some altercations, but check, we got it done. All right, today is May 4th, so may the 4th be with you for all of you Star Wars fans out there like me. We're starting my 200 pages read a day, and I'm starting with The Silversmith. Come join me and let's see if I can do this. So day two wasn't looking the brightest, I will be honest. And the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I look at house listings to see if there's anything new. Things, at least in our area, have been selling really fast. So I always like to try to be on top of it. And so there had been a new listing for a house that had just been posted. So I immediately called my husband's and my real estate agent and got an appointment to go out and look at it. We were the first ones to go look at it, and it was incredible. And so we got to put an offer on it. So my day was already starting to deteriorate when it came to the ability to read 200 pages. Yeah, I think by the time we got done looking at the house, by the time that we had gotten all the offer paperwork set up and signed and went through all of that hubbub, it was time to get home and cook dinner. And so it was 5 p.m. or something like that by the time I actually got to sit down and read, and I knew I had 200 pages to get through. I was stressing about it a little bit. Okay, it's day two. I'm starting on page 80. I had a few things to do today. We went and we looked at a house and we absolutely fell in love with it. So we put an offer on it. So now, fingers crossed, it is currently 3:22. I will be doing a run today, but I'm going to be doing that later in the evening, so on the treadmill, just so that I can get these 200 pages in. All right, it's 7:59 p.m. and I just got my first 100 pages done. This isn't good. I've only got a couple hours and then I have to go get my 5-mile run done on the treadmill. It's not boding very well, guys. I did manage to do it. I got the 200 pages in. It was so late at night by the time that I got it done. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I barely got it in before midnight. It's currently 11:30 at night and I barely made it in the wire, you guys. It was really close. It was super close, but I did it. And I was feeling nervous for day 3, which, come to find out, I didn't need to worry really at all. I mean, there was absolutely nothing going on that day. Honestly, we were now officially in the process of just waiting to see if got accepted in our offer. So there was like literally nothing to do. There was no houses to go look at. I just sat down and read and had a great time. It's day 3. Just woke up, so I'm quite the fright, but I'm gonna sit down and do some more reading, start my 200 pages for the day, and I'm actually almost done with this book. I think by the time I'm done reading 200 more pages, I'll have finished this book. I'm trying to remember. It was like 7 p.m., something like that, when I had finished the book. By day 3, I had completely finished a book. Well, I mean, technically, if you think about it, I finished 2 books. By day 3, it's just book 1 I had started before the challenge, and like I said, I had like 120 pages left in that book, but technically I finished it during the challenge, right? So can we count it? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I had finished 2 books. That was feeling pretty good, honestly. I was pretty excited about that. This gave me a good outlook for my day 4. I was feeling more confident and more assured that, okay, 200 pages is doable. We can get this done. Right, it's 6:10 p.m. and I have read my 200 pages. I actually read 210 pages because that was how much was left in the book, and because the book was 490 pages. I'm not even exactly sure yet what book I'm going to start next, but I will figure that out. So then we moved on to day 4. And my day 4 kind of ended up a lot like my day 2. It was later in the evening. It wasn't as late. Hello, day number 4. I am reading Powerless. I ended up reading more than 200 pages yesterday, so because I had already started this, and I am on page 61 of the book, so that's where we're starting for day 1. So I have to read 260 pages. Let's go. I'm on page 142, so I have 118 pages left to read. I also ended up making a little bit of a mistake. I actually read over my 200 pages because I had finished a book, and that book was finished before the 200 pages was up. That meant I had to read enough pages in another book to equal up my 200 pages. And so I think it was somewhere in the 60s of pages that I had to read in order to equal up my 200 pages. But I had 80 stuck in my head, right? Because I had read, like, I had to get to 280 on day 2 and 280 on day 3. And so I don't know, I just, for whatever reason, I had 80 stuck in my head. Reading the book on day 4, I actually read 280 pages. And it wasn't until after all of my filming and everything that went down that I realized what I had done. So technically, I had read 220 pages on day 4. But it's okay. It's okay. I did it. All right, it is 10:30 and I finally did it. I made it to page 280, so that is 200 pages done. I think I will be mostly done with this book. The 200 pages that I will be reading tomorrow will finish this book and probably start my next one, which I have no clue what that is yet. And then day 5. Day 5 was such a breeze. I got through it so fast. Again, it was another one of those days where I had nothing going on. It was Friday, May 8th, and I had absolutely nothing going on. Usually Fridays are kind of my real chill days. I like to get everything that I can get done most of the week, to get that done so that I can kind of chill on Friday, which then just sets me up for a nice relaxing weekend. That's just kind of like how I like to do stuff. Everybody does, it differently. I just sat down and I read, and I burned through. I finished the book book that I was reading. So then that put me at 3 books that I had finished for this challenge. Okay, we are at the end of day 5. I was just chilling today and relaxing. There was literally nothing planned for the day. So I like woke up, I got into my snuggly blanket and then just read and read. I finished Powerless and then I went into Fury Bound because you guys know it. I was really excited. I went down to Walmart and they had this one. It was literally the last copy. I had pre-ordered this like 6 months ago on Amazon and they totally gypped me. Was so mad about it. So we just happened to go down to Walmart and look, Mother's Day is coming up. My husband's like, you know what? Would you want a book or flowers for Mother's Day? And I was like, do you have to ask that? Like, really? And he's like, yeah, I know that was a dumb question, wasn't it? So I got this. I am way farther than what I needed to finish my 200 pages. I'm eating this book up. I love it. It actually turned out really great. I was really impressed. I think 200 ended up being the perfect number, at least for me right now in my busy schedule. I mean, that could change. Maybe someday I might try to do this challenge again and maybe I'll bump it up to like see if I could do like 300 pages in a day for like a week or something like that, you know, or maybe just keep it at the 200 pages, but see if I could do it for like a whole week instead of just 5 days. Like, I don't know, but I had a fun time and I definitely want to do this challenge again. And I am glad that I did it because I did get busy quite a few times during that week. Having this goal, this challenge for myself to do 200 pages, it kind of helped push me through getting some of these books done, which then helps my challenge count. Right here, I'm going to let you guys see where I am at currently in my challenge reading by the time I finished these books. Is this a challenge that I would do a lot? No. I love to read, and honestly, the challenge did get stressful at times, and then there was times that made me feel like, oh my gosh, I have to read, you know, and that's not something I ever want to feel when I'm reading. So, you know, I don't mind doing the challenges once in a while, but it's not something that I'm going to do a whole ton. But I did have fun with the challenge in and of itself. You know, it was something different. It's something new. It challenged me. You know, it made me excited to see if it was something that I could do. So I am glad that I did it. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you've ever done challenges like this before and what were your results. I mean, did it succeed? Did it not succeed? You know, let me know down in the comments below. Be looking forward. I will have a episode 3 coming out next month. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. It's going to be an interesting episode, I promise. So I will see you guys in my next video. I hope everybody's been having a fantastic week and keep reading. Bye.